Alright, hello and welcome to Games for Gamers. I am your host, Morbid.
Hello. You can see my face, yeah.
And
hello.
Who are you?
I am M2. And I am Princess Pie.
Yep.
Yes, I know I'm cute. You can compliment me in the comments.
And what we are doing is part 1 of chapter 1 of the first story for Folklore the Affliction.
Yes.
Now, I goofed up. We had actually played it. We had everything. We talked about it, went through the whole video, and I ended up somehow deleting it.
Yeah.
So what we're doing now is just journal style. We'll talk about what we did and catch you up. And on part 2, it should be the playthrough. It should be what this video should be. Yeah. I kind of screwed up. I don't know how I deleted it on my computer.
Did you already upload that episode yet?
No.
No. Okay.
So, you know, sorry about this, but it won't normally be like this. Normally you'll actually see us play through and we'll talk about the rules and stuff. But that video, the first video we did, unfortunately got erased.
Yeah.
So, we told you in the introduction we're going to play 5 characters. I'll start with 1.
Characters.
I am playing Willie the Woodsman. The Woodsman is a survivalist and trapper, raised to live off the land. He has seen tracks and found evidence of creatures in the wild that are not of this world. The Woodsman has left the forest to hunt for the creatures, upsetting the balance of nature. And then you get to choose a focus, and I chose to be the trapper. The trapper's knowledge of setting snares is superb. He has 2 snare tokens to use per combat. He may place them in any space he lands on to trap it. A foe entering a trapped space immediately suffers 1d4 damage. The snare token is then removed from the board. Foes cannot see the location of the traps, so their movement is not affected. So why don't you do a character?
Alright. Here. I chose the Illusionist. So it says, the Illusionist is a stage magician who has mastered his craft. His obsession with occult and supernatural phenomenon has driven him to go to the ends of the earth in search of new knowledge. His ability to use illusion has proven a powerful weapon against the agents of evil. He is Guino the Illusionist, and I can choose to be a summoner or a magician for my focus, and I chose to be a summoner. The summoner has mastered the power of suggestion and illusion. Once per story, he may summon a fog with Aura 1 to surround himself for 4 rounds. Foes attacking him within the fog must re-roll their first successful attack against him during their turn. And it also says, by using his act, he may make a Trickery 8 check to hypnotize a mortal foe. 1 attempt per target. Success. Roll a 1d6. On a 1 or a 2, target is immobilized. On a 3 or a 4, target must re-roll their first successful attack against the group during their next turn. And on a 5 and a 6, target gains reduction 1 for the combat. It does not stack. I am playing as Ariel the Slayer. Let them see it. I am.
I see it.
Yeah, okay. Okay, anyway, the Slayer is a hardened warrior and an inspiration to her allies. She is the sole survivor of a massacre which left everyone she cared about dead at the hands of an undead horde. Her troubled years as a Norsen has strengthened her body and her face. She has vowed to hunt down the vile and the undead and destroy those who took her loved ones from her. I could choose either acrobat or soldier for my focus, and I chose soldier. The soldier is trained in the art of war and may choose 3 plus might or 3 plus defense at the start of any combat. The bonus ends when combat is over. When entering the forest from the world map, she may pass Ecology 5 to receive a wooden stake token once per chapter.
Cool.
That's nice.
And my second character that I'm playing is the Exorcist.
Eddie the Exorcist.
Eddie the Exorcist. The Exorcist is a priest of sound mind and body, whose training and purpose is to seek out those evil forces and beings that wreak havoc on our world. He is a true spiritual warrior, armed and ready to go head-to-head against those things that have crept up from the cracks of hell to torment mankind. And my focus, what I chose to do, was be the Sanctifier. Your mission is to cleanse the world of evil and bring it back towards the light. As a sanctifier, you use your gifts to seek out that which has become tainted and transform it back into its proper form. You may not sacrifice companions in order to avoid an attack or taking damage. Instead, you receive +2 max vita for every companion you have. As a matter of rule, if you get hit with an enemy, you can throw your companion in to take the damage and kill the companion. But I can't do that.
That's nice.
No.
You may choose to consume holy water to heal 1d6 vita to you and your allies, divided as you choose. So that's pretty cool. And, we got all of our items and our lore, and you got one more character, right?
Yes, I have Bob the Witch Hunter. Bob. Here's the Witch Hunter. The Witch Hunter is a fanatical bounty hunter. Fanatical bounty hunter who adheres to a strict code of honor and is sworn to purge the world of evil. He is a member of a sect of inquisitors that have hidden behind those in power for centuries, advising and influencing. He is an accomplished huntsman and tracker, using his skills as a weapons specialist and marksman to hunt the creatures of the night. The Witch Hunter is a decisive and trained interrogator. With his knowledge of the
Malice Maleficarum.
he inflicts his own brand of justice. Yeah, I can be an inquisitor or a bounty hunter, so I chose to be an inquisitor. You are a master of interrogation and information gathering. You may interrogate a mortal creature instead of killing them. If your attack would kill the target, roll a d6 on the effectiveness or your interrogation.
He's burping over here and it's making him pause.
1. Your effects have killed your target. Lose 1 lore for your brutality. 2. Your target refuses to talk. Nothing happens. 3. Your newfound knowledge allows you to regain 1 power point. 4. You convince them to reveal a useful resource. Draw 1 item card. 5. You learn useful information that allows the group to flee their next skirmish if you are the leader. 6. Gain +5 might against the next affliction. Not stackable.
Cool.
Yeah.
And we each got heirlooms.
Yes.
Eddie the Exorcist got that's something I know I did. He got a crystal decanter. So we'll tell you about that when we use it. And the Willie the Woodsman got a silver pendant. So we'll tell you about those when you see us use it in combat.
Yes.
Ariel got a pearl trinket, and Ariel got a pearl trinket as our heirloom.
Okay.
I'll tell you about. Hey, whoa! I'll tell you about that later.
The illusionist got a tincture of ether. Tell you about it if I ever get a chance to use it. Alright, and the witch hunter got a pocket clock watch. Since it's always active, why don't I tell you about it now?
Exactly.
Your timing is impeccable. Receive +1 stride.
Yep, so the Witch Hunter has +1 stride because of the pocket watch. That was the heirloom, and I think that comes with the Dark Tales expansion, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And then we ended up drawing a world event.
Yes.
And what we drew was called Silverfest. It's a festival. There's 4 different types.
That makes sense.
The celebration of purity and the hunting of wolves. Silver is honored for its properties to ward off evil. You may purchase a silver ingot for 30 coins at the market in town during this festival.
Wait,
Absorption
I
1
don't
against
remember doing
shapeshifters
We did.
for 1 combat or trade at a town inn for a militia companion. Consumable item. Limit 3 for the group.
Dad, I don't think we drew that.
We
I
did.
don't remember.
Yeah, we just never used
buy
it, but we did it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just don't remember, that's all.
Alright, and we ended up
Yeah.
starting everything off. Our story, we started off at the Church of the Crossroads. I don't think you can
Yes.
see that. It's down there at the bottom center of the map.
Yes. the
And what
Church
has
of
happened is we
Crossroads.
arrived at a... I'll read it to you. It's called The Arrival. You have traveled far, entering a territory of mountains and hills, forests and ancient paths. As you near your destination, an oppressive veil descends as the sky becomes dim. The stagecoach you hired approaches an old stone building with a belfry and enormous arched wooden front doors, whose scrollwork tells tales of horror and redemption. The coach rolls to a stop and you exit to stand before the Church of the Crossroads. The church is an age-old monument and gateway to this ancient mountainous territory. As you near the wooden doors to head inside, you hear the sounds of a struggle from within. Entering the church, you see an old curator cowering at the hands of highwaymen. The highwaymen are ragged and filthy. With the dangerous edge of the desperate, they demand food and valuables. And then it told us any one character can make a speech H check, which the exorcist did do. He gets a +1, and I did make the test. And it said, you exert control and ask them to leave. They realize that the curator is not easy pickings and decided to take their trouble elsewhere and gain a boon. And I got a boon that gives me an additional movement.
Boon.
So
That's nice.
boon.
You like that word?
Yes.
Boon.
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 So I did do that.
Boon.
And then it says, the curator thanks you for driving the brigands away and saving the church from being burglarized. He explains that this area has begun to attract an unsavory element, but there are calamities far worse to the north. He says the priest received this a few days ago. They left immediately to investigate. Without warning, he lifts a covering from a table, revealing a bloody mass of fur and flesh. All characters had to make a nerve 4 check, and I believe the exorcist and the illusionist failed that.
Yes.
And if you resist the urge to become sick, success. You steady yourself against the revolting sight, you become centered and recover 1 vita. Well, nobody needed to recover vita, even though 3 of the characters passed. They don't get any benefit.
Yeah.
But the failure for me and the illusionist was your stomach lurches at the sight of the smell of the dead creature. You realize that this is not the corpse of some ordinary animal. Unable to contain yourself, you throw up what is left of your last meal and lose 2 vita, which we did. Then it says, after recovering from the shock of such a disgusting sight, you examine it more closely. It seems unnatural. The curator explains, wolves have been seen devouring people in the north. A group of Ostalink hunters tracked this one down, but no matter how many arrows and spear tips pierced its flesh, it would not stop moving. They brought it to the alchemist first, believing it was bewitched by some evil curse. Its form shifted and changed periodically, in startling phases. It only stopped after the stone was removed from its stomach. He points to a small pebble encased in glass on a pedestal near the table. Neither the priest nor alchemists know what it is, but they fear it is related to the source of the trouble in the north. Go to Ostalink to seek out the missing priest, and inquire of the people where they found this creature. It is of dire importance that you find the wolf beast's lair. Here are a few coins to help you with your journey. You are welcome to rummage through our cellar and see if you can find something useful to take with you. Return with news when you have found your priest. So we all received 1 coin.
Yes.
And we had 2 items and we split up amongst the party. Can't remember exactly what the items were because we've gotten several items since. But I know we do have a couple of items we ended up getting. No weapons or anything, just like
no weapons, just like items.
Items, yeah, ingots or something.
Yeah.
Um.
Also, the witch hunter has an ability at the Church of the Crossroads, a location extra. So it was free, faithful, item. Once per story, gain 1 holy water token for free.
Yep.
So I used that and got a holy water.
Yep. Good catch.
Yeah.
Outside you board a waiting stagecoach which hastens you to the journey village of Ostalink. It says, travel to Ostalink. All characters gain +1 stride on their journey due to the stagecoach. That's only on the world map.
Yeah.
Leadership now should switch to character 2 since you are transitioning from narrative to the world map. Pass leader token to them with a day side showing. When character 2 passes the token to the next character, they flip it to the night side, which we did.
Yeah, so the illusionist would have had the leadership token.
Yep. And our task was to continue on to Ostalink. So what we did was we did a couple of road events. It took us some time. It took us 2 turns to get to Wayland Point. One of them was Wanderers. I think the illusionist got this. A band of... Why don't you read it? Wanderers.
A band of angry townsfolk approached. They appeared to have narrowly escaped death. We offered their assistance. Leader may pass speech 5 to take them as a mission companion. Escort them to any town to gain 10 coins. Failure causes them to run in terror.
Yeah, she was the leader to start, so he was character leader number 2.
Yeah, so I did pass the speech 5 check.
Yep.
And I got that.
And when we got to weighted point, he ended up getting the 10 gold.
Yes.
We also had to do another road event. Wise One. We came upon an old wise man who had become a master of many arts in those long years. He taught me a bit of ancient lore. The leader gains 1 ability point. If a character receives this card more than once in their life, immediately discard it and draw it again. So I did get, Eddie the Extras did get an ability point. We have not spent that yet.
That was like after we left, I think.
Nope.
What do you mean?
Because these are on these are the ones we did after we left. I got them right here. Yeah, because these were the last ones here. Either way, though.
Yeah.
If I'm incorrect, you'll see it on the next video. Sorry,
Yeah.
we're trying to retro go back
Yeah,
here.
because let's see, the illusionist had 5 strides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And then the extras.
No, the woodsman is next.
Oh, the woodsman, yeah.
The woodsman is character number something, I think. I don't know what's going on. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the woodsman had 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the woodsman would have made it into Wayland Point.
Okay, maybe we didn't do that. That's all the only road
Yeah.
event we did. Okay, scratch that last one then.
Yeah.
You'll probably see it in the next video.
Yeah.
Okay, and then when we got town, I think he did 1 town service.
Yes, the illusionist.
I don't know what he did exactly,
I
but
think he healed.
yeah, we're rested. And then the Slayer decided to, because we're playing rumors, every character per story can get 1 rumor.
Yes.
And she ended up getting a rumor, so why don't you read the rumor?
Okay. Is that the shoplifting one?
Yep.
Bandits have attacked the city in hopes of gaining loot. Oh, it's called shoplifting, by the way. As you sit in the inn nursing a drink, a man bursts in the room in distress. Bandits have invaded the business district and are looting for shops. Stop them from stealing from the town. Deadly force is approved. This rumor must be undertaken immediately. If you cannot help, flip the card and read the Can't Help Now section. If you can't help, you quickly pay your tab and head to the business district. Indeed, highwaymen road and market stealing everything they can. Stop them before it's too late. Flip this card.
Yes, so
Okay, then read what we
decided
can
to
do.
help.
You go ahead and read it.
Dude.
What we can do.
Okay. The highwaymen realize that it's time to flee, but are blocked by your rival. They draw weapons and attack, as do their lackeys.
Okay, and what we had to do was we had to fight on a map.
Here.
You want a
West
map?
Town Street.
No, just put it.
You put it on the bottom, or
Maybe. Yeah, it's right there.
this is the map we ended up fighting on.
Yes.
Town Street. This is actually from Dark Tales expansion. This does not come in the
Dark Tales expansion.
original game. This is in the expansion.
Yeah.
And we had to fight 2 highwaymen, which look like this.
Yes.
And then we had to fight 2 angry mobs,
Which look like
which
that.
look like this. There's no minis, I don't think, for the
No.
angry mob.
There's no miniatures for
Yep.
like swarms such as.
And it was
the
our first
angry mob,
combat.
the swarm
It was
bats.
pretty tough. We made a couple mistakes, so
Yeah.
guess it's good you didn't
Like
see
for
it.
example, we forgot to search the search tokens.
Well, that wasn't a mistake. That was just
Well,
we didn't
I
search
mean-
the tokens.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry about it.
It was a tough thing.
Yeah.
It was touch and go
It was
for
tough,
a while,
and we did.
but we won.
And we ended up getting 30 coins each for this rumor and 30 lore each for doing this.
And we also got some awards from the.
And then for
Enemies.
the monsters themselves, we ended up getting, like, for the angry mob, we ended up getting 40 more lore each with 14 more coins. And then we got a total of 90 lore, I think.
Yeah.
Total of 90 lore apiece and like 60 coins. Yeah, we got 60 coins each.
60 coins and 90 lost.
So the rumor was pretty cool. We ended up getting hurt, but we were still in the town, so we were able to do the rest of our services. We did stitches at the physician. We healed up. We rested. So we got PowerPoints back and got some more Vita.
Yeah.
She did stitches too, I think. So we used her 2 town services, because each town has a certain amount of services.
Yeah.
That's 2. That's 3, and I think Ostlink is 1. Not 100% about that. And yeah, that pretty much about catches us up. Like I said, sorry about deleting the video. You could have watched the whole thing and the playthrough, but I
A mistake.
Yeah, I deleted it yesterday.
But everyone makes mistakes, guys.
But you should be able to, if you watch, this is part 1. So if you watch part 2, you're able to see the playthrough. You'll see us finish up. You'll actually see us finish up this chapter.
Yes.
Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, share it with your friends, smash that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell.
That's right. And we will see you guys next time.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.
Ciao.